We are anticipating that Christ is going to return as he said he was going to return, and he's going to return with the kingdom. This is what keeps me smiling.
Amen.
In the midst of what I
go. Amen.
This is what keeps me going. This is what keeps me getting out of bed and facing the realities of life, because I have a promising future.
Amen.
I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, but what I do know is that God promised me that after a while he was going to come back with the kingdom. You can smile, church, in the midst of what you're going through.
Amen.
When you keep your mind focused on the reality of the resurrection.
Amen.
You can live in this life with joy every day when you anticipate the coming of Christ.
Amen.
As a 65-year-old woman by the name of Miss Ethel. Miss Ethel spent her 65th birthday, the morning of her 65th birthday, at the doctor's office for her annual checkup. While Miss Ethel was at the doctor's office for her annual checkup, Miss Ethel's doctor informed her that there was a new eye procedure that could be performed on her because she was blind. Miss Ethel was now 65, but she had been blind since she was 50. When she first went blind, she started going to this church where she heard this preacher talk about a man named Jesus who could open blinded eyes. Miss Ethel joined that church. She continued to go to that church faithfully for the next 15 years. And now, 15 years later, at age 65, Miss Ethel is at the doctor's office being informed by her physician that there's a new eye exam that could give her sight back. Miss Ethel said, "Doc, I'm 65 years old. If you want to do the operation and my insurance covers it, go ahead and do the operation. I ain't got nothing else to lose." The doctor performed the operation on Miss Ethel. After the operation was complete, Miss Ethel's face was wrapped in bandages. The doctor told Miss Ethel that it was going to be about 3 weeks before the bandages could be removed. The 3 weeks had passed. Miss Ethel went back to the doctor, and the doctor removed the bandages. He said, "Miss Ethel, if you can see, tell me how many fingers I'm holding up." It was then Miss Ethel said, "My vision's a little blurry, but I can see that you are holding up one finger." The doctor gave Miss Ethel a big smile and said, "Miss Ethel, I believe that you have your sight back." Miss Ethel said, "Thank you, Doc, for all of your hard work, and thank you for recommending this eye operation to me. I'm glad that I'm able to see again." The doctor said, "Go out in the waiting area, Miss Ethel, and I'll have the secretary call you a taxi." The secretary called the taxi came, and Miss Ethel went out there to ride in the taxi. The taxi driver asked her, "Miss Ethel, where would you like for me to take you?" Miss Ethel said, "I want you to take me by that church. I want you to take me by my church because I need to see my preacher." She went back to the church and she ran into her preacher. She looked at her preacher and she said, "Pastor, I've been coming to this church for the past 15 years. I've been coming to this church ever since I heard you talk about a man named Jesus who could open blinded eyes. But when I was blind all those years ago, I would just come and listen to your voice and imagine that Jesus looked something like your voice. So I came here this morning to ask you, does Jesus look anything like your voice?" Miss Ethel's pastor looked at her and said, "Sister Ethel, I don't know if Jesus looks anything like my voice." He looked at her and he said, "Miss Ethel, in fact, I don't know if Jesus even sounds anything like my voice. But what I do know is I want to ask you a few questions. Do you believe in the reality of the resurrection?" Miss Ethel said, "Yes, I do." He said, "Are you anticipating the coming of the Christ?" Miss Ethel responded by saying, Yes, I do. He said, well, Miss Ethel, since you believe in the reality of the resurrection, and since you believe, and since you are anticipating the coming of the Christ, you don't have to worry about how Jesus looks, because soon and very soon, you'll be able to see the one who came down off his throne in heaven and wrapped himself in the uterus of a virgin by the name. Soon, Miss Ethel, you'll be able to see the one who stayed in that uterus 9 long months, came out that uterus a whining baby boy that grew up a soul-saving man. Soon, Miss Ethel, because you acknowledge the reality of the resurrection, and because you are anticipating the coming of the Christ, you'll be able to see the one who walked the seashores of Jerusalem and made blind men see and lame men walk and dead men live. Soon, Miss Ethel, you'll be able to see the one who died one Friday, rested one Saturday, but bright early Sunday morning he rose with all power in his hand. Soon, Miss Ethel, you'll see the one who's seated on the right hand side of God.
Yes.
What's he doing up there? Bible says he's pleading your case.
Thank you, Lord.
When does he plead it? Text says he does it
My God.
night and day. One of these old days.
One day.
Old preacher would say, let's go put one foot on the driveway. He's going to put one foot on the seat. Old preacher would say he's going to beckon until the fires are there. They get real happy and say, time won't be no more. I don't know about any of that. What I do know is the Bible says that he is coming back.
Amen.
And the dead in Christ will rise first. And they that remain shall be called up.
Amen.
Because we acknowledge the reality of the resurrection. Because we anticipate the coming of the Christ. We can go through what we have to go through down here with a smile.
My God.
Not because we like pain, but because we know trouble. God bless you.
My
God keep you.
God. Amen.